The Navy SEAL instant confidence trigger, the 20-second mental technique that changed everything. 15 feet underwater, everything goes wrong at once. Your breathing apparatus has been deliberately tangled into 3 separate knots, your mask has been ripped from your face, and an instructor is aggressively trying to make you panic. You have one job: don't surface, don't give up, don't let your primitive brain take control. This is the Navy SEAL underwater competency test, and until recently, 75% of highly intelligent, physically elite candidates were failing it. Not because they lacked the physical ability, but because they couldn't control their minds under extreme pressure. Then everything changed. A breakthrough in psychological training increased the pass rate by over 33%, and the techniques developed didn't just help Navy SEALs, they transformed how we understand instant confidence under pressure. The problem? When elite minds fail. Here's what shocked Navy researchers. The candidates who were washing out weren't the weakest physically. In fact, the average Navy SEAL IQ is significantly above the military norm, and many candidates hold graduate degrees. These were smart, capable, driven individuals who simply couldn't control their stress response when it mattered most. Dr. Eric Potterat, the SEAL command psychologist, put it this way: it wasn't muscles, it was mental. The candidates who failed simply froze or folded when challenges became overwhelming. Their intelligence actually worked against them in some cases, as they could vividly imagine all the ways things could go wrong. Think about your own life for a moment. How many times have you felt physically capable of handling a situation, a presentation, a difficult conversation, a challenging project, but your mind started racing with worst-case scenarios? Your heart pounds, your breathing becomes shallow, and suddenly that confident, capable version of yourself feels completely out of reach. The Navy faced a critical problem. They were losing exceptional people not due to lack of ability, but due to an inability to manage their mental state under pressure. Sound familiar? This led to one of the most important psychological discoveries in modern performance training, what researchers now call the Big Four mental toughness techniques. But hidden within these 4 techniques is what we might call the ultimate cheat code. A 20-second sequence that can instantly shift your mental state from panic to confidence. The science behind the breakdown. To understand why this 20-second technique is so powerful, we need to understand what happens in your brain during high-stress moments. When you're under pressure, your amygdala, the brain's alarm system, fires like a machine gun. It's sending urgent signals throughout your body. Danger, danger, danger. Your heart rate spikes, your breathing becomes shallow, stress hormones flood your system, and your frontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thinking, planning, and decision-making, essentially goes offline. You've heard of fight or flight, but there's a third response that's even more debilitating: freeze. Here's where it gets fascinating. Your brain can't distinguish between a life-threatening situation and giving a presentation to your boss. The same neural pathways that would activate if you were being chased by a predator also activate when you're facing social judgment, financial pressure, or professional challenges. Navy SEALs discovered something remarkable. You can literally rewire this response in real time. The secret isn't to eliminate the stress response. It's to hijack it and redirect it toward peak performance instead of panic. Recent neuroscience research from Stanford University in 2023 confirms what Navy SEALs have known for years. Specific breathing patterns can activate your parasympathetic nervous system within seconds, increase heart rate variability, and boost alpha brain waves associated with calm alertness. But here's the kicker. It's not just about breathing. The most effective technique combines 4 elements in a specific sequence that takes exactly 20 seconds to complete. This isn't meditation or relaxation. This is tactical confidence activation. The Big Four foundation. Before we reveal the 20-second confidence trigger, you need to understand the foundation it's built on. Navy SEAL psychologists identified 4 core mental skills that separate those who thrive under pressure from those who crumble. They called them the Big Four. First, goal setting through segmentation. This isn't about life goals or career ambitions. This is about survival-level focus. When Navy SEALs are going through Hell Week, 6 days of training with only 4 hours of sleep, They don't focus on making it to Friday. That would be overwhelming. Instead, they segment, I just need to make it to the next meal, then the next drill, then sunrise. One former SEAL described it perfectly. At 3 a.m. on Monday of Hell Week, thinking about Friday would have crushed me, but thinking about the next hour, that was manageable. Your brain's frontal lobes are designed to bring structure to chaos. When you narrow your focus to immediate, achievable targets, you're literally calming your amygdala while engaging your problem-solving centers. Second, mental rehearsal. This is visualization with a warrior's edge. SEALs don't fantasize about success. They rehearse overcoming specific obstacles. Before the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound, SEAL Team 6 built full-scale replicas of the target and practiced the mission repeatedly. But here's what makes SEAL visualization different. They don't just imagine things going right. They spend entire mornings going over every possible mistake, every potential disaster, and exactly how they'll respond. If the helicopter crashes, they do X. If they encounter unexpected resistance, they do Y. Recent psychological research shows that when you mentally rehearse challenging scenarios, your brain treats it as a genuine experience. When you face the real situation, it's actually the second time your brain has dealt with it, dramatically reducing stress and improving performance. Third, self-talk mastery. Did you know you speak to yourself at a rate of 300 to 1,000 words per minute? That's an incredible amount of internal dialogue, and for most people, it's predominantly negative. Navy SEALs are trained to recognize negative self-talk and immediately interrupt it. They use trigger words like stop or cancel, followed by positive commands. You can do this. This is easy. Focus on the next step. Fourth, arousal control. This is where the magic happens. Navy SEALs use specific breathing patterns to control their physiological stress response. But it's not just any breathing technique. It's tactical breathing designed for immediate effect. The 20-second instant confidence trigger. Now here's the technique that combines all four elements into a single 20-second sequence that Navy SEALs call pause, breathe, think, act. When a SEAL encounters a high-stress situation, they don't just react. They activate this four-step sequence. Step 1, pause, 2 seconds. The moment you feel stress rising, you consciously pause. This isn't hesitation, it's tactical. You're interrupting the automatic stress response and giving your frontal cortex a chance to come online. Say to yourself, pause. Step 2, B-R-E-A-T-H-E, 12 seconds. This is tactical breathing, not relaxation breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose for 6 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, then exhale completely for 6 seconds. This single breath cycle floods your brain with oxygen, activates your parasympathetic nervous system, and creates what neuroscientists call the gap, space between stimulus and response. Step 3, think, 4 seconds. Now your frontal cortex is online. Quickly segment the challenge. What's the immediate next step? Don't think about the entire problem, just the next micro goal. Simultaneously engage positive self-talk. I've got this. Step 4, ACT, 2 seconds. Move immediately into action based on your training and experience, not your fear response. The entire sequence takes 20 seconds, but the effects last for minutes. You've essentially hijacked your stress response and converted it into confident action. Here's what's remarkable about this technique. It works because it addresses all 4 pillars of mental toughness simultaneously. You're setting an immediate micro goal, segmentation. You're using breathing to control arousal. You're engaging positive self-talk. And if you've practiced this sequence, you're drawing on mental rehearsal, real-world applications, and success stories. This isn't just military theory. These techniques have been tested in civilian contexts with remarkable results. College students using these methods improved their GRE scores by over 150 points. Business executives report dramatically improved performance in high-stakes negotiations and presentations. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine you're about to give the most important presentation of your career. Traditional advice might tell you to just relax or think positive thoughts. But using the Navy SEAL approach, you do this. As you feel the stress rising, you pause. Literally say, pause, to yourself. Then you execute the tactical breath. 6 seconds in, hold for 2, 6 seconds out. During those 12 seconds, you're flooding your brain with oxygen and activating calm alertness. Then you think, my immediate goal is to deliver my opening line with confidence. I know this material cold. Finally, you act. You step forward and begin. What makes this so powerful is that you're not trying to eliminate nervousness. You're redirecting that energy toward peak performance. Navy SEALs aren't fearless. They've learned to use fear as fuel. Dr. Emma Sepala's research at Stanford shows that even a single session of tactical breathing can improve mood and reduce physiological stress markers for hours afterward. But when you combine it with the full 20-second sequence, the effects compound. Companies like Google and Microsoft have started integrating these techniques into their executive training programs. Athletes use them before competitions. Surgeons use them before complex operations. Mastery and integration. Here's the truth about confidence. It's not a feeling you wait for, it's a state you create. Navy SEALs understand that confidence under pressure isn't about feeling calm. It's about feeling capable despite the stress. The 20-second confidence trigger works because it's based on a fundamental principle of neuroscience. You can literally change your brain state in real time through intentional action. You're not at the mercy of your emotions, you're the pilot of your mental state. Start practicing this sequence during low-stress situations. Use it before difficult phone calls, challenging workouts, or important conversations. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. Remember, this isn't about becoming emotionless like a robot. It's about becoming anti-fragile, someone who gets stronger under pressure rather than weaker. The next time you face a moment where your confidence wavers, remember this. Some of the most elite warriors in the world use a simple 20-second technique to transform stress into strength. You have access to the same mental technology. Pause, breathe, think, act. Your confident self isn't hiding somewhere, waiting to emerge. It's a decision away, and that decision takes exactly 20 seconds to activate. The question isn't whether you have what it takes to perform under pressure. The question is, will you use the tools that guarantee you can? As Navy SEALs say, the only easy day was yesterday. But with the right mental tools, every challenging day becomes an opportunity to discover just how capable you really are.